Hey, credit heroes! Want to know how to turn a disaster into a major success? Well, today I'm joined by Patrice English. She's the owner of The Informed Consultant, and she's going to share how she went from losing her job and doubting herself to last year making over $500,000 at credit repair and changing thousands of lives. So you better stick around. My name is Daniel Rosen, and welcome to Credit Repair Business Secrets. Despite launching her business during the pandemic and losing her job, Patrice has grown a very successful business and a huge online presence, all because of credit repair. And she's here today to share her secrets to building a business from scratch, mastering social media marketing, and excelling in the credit repair industry. So please welcome Patrice English. Hey, Patrice.
Hey Daniel, I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. It has been an honor to come onto your platform. Thank you.
Well, I'm so excited you're here. Thank you. And your business is on fire. There's so much I want to know, but let's start with the basics. Like, what was your life like before credit repair?
So I actually came from the hospitality industry.
Hmm.
I am what they call an IHG girl. I work for a lot of different IHG brands. I worked in housekeeping. I worked front desk. I thought that I was going to spend the rest of my days in the hotel industry and retire um, as maybe a general manager or director of operations or something to that nature. I knew I had to take the leap of faith. So in 2018, I decided to open my own boutique. I thought that was going to be the thing. This thing had popped off. It jumped off. Things were going well. And I ended up using my personal credit to fund the entire business. Okay.
Wow.
That plummeted, Daniel.
Oh, no.
Yes, it fell to the ground, crashed and burned, and it led me to having to repair my own credit. And once I began to repair my own credit, I saw the need for people to really be able to grasp hold of their finances through good credit. So that began to push me towards that ministry. And I believe that there was more of a calling through that experience.
Sure. Very often the greatest businesses come out of adversity. Um, how did you find your first client?
Oh my God, that you know what? That is the greatest question ever. So there is when you begin CRC, there are some pointers that you give us to start your business. And one of those pointers was if you don't have an audience, if you don't have people that may want to do business with you, the easiest way to do business is to offer your services free. And so, everybody knew me from working in the hotel industry. Nobody knew me for credit repair or anything like that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just try this. I'm just going to take what Daniel said. I'm just going to throw it out there and I'm going to see exactly how this happens. So I made a post on Facebook, and that post actually said that, if you are interested in getting your credit repaired, I need 10 people, to volunteer to get their credit repair free, something like that. Well, lo and behold, I ended up with 25 clients,
Wow.
25 free clients instead of 10. And the post pretty much it went crazy. People were interested all over the place. So I took those 25 clients, and the key point of us offering that service free was within those next 30 to 45 days, you're going to start to have results. And those results are going to be the lead generation that you need to start pulling other people in. So by the time my first round of disputes were out and back in, the results were in and they were phenomenal.
Wow. So
Yes.
did you say I'll help you for free, but I want a testimonial from you if I succeed?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. When the results start coming in, I'll be honest with you, Daniel, I didn't even really have to ask for a lot of testimonies.
Hmm.
People were blown away. they were tagging me in posts like, this girl is helping us. This is amazing. Maybe you should stop by and see her. So people were, they were raved, they were excited about the results. So I didn't even have to go out and look for many testimonials. They rolled right in.
That's so cool. I love that. And how many clients do you have today?
Today we just hit, we're actually running a huge sale today. So today we just hit about 1,150
That
clients.
is amazing.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Wow.
so
And then
much. Yes.
how are you getting these clients today?
The current clients that we have were organically generated. And it all started with just a simple gesture of stepping outside of the box and filming myself giving great information that I had learned, from the system, from the CRC system, what I had learned from the results, what I had learned from customer experience. I was able to get the interest of hundreds of thousands of people. There was a post that was specific inside of the CRC group, and one of the members had suggested that you should at least record yourself, at least have 100 videos. I think it was like a month. And I was like, I can't record myself. I'm not going to record myself. But as crazy as it was, I took the plunge, I took the leap, and I tried it. Well, I posted some of the information on my story. And Facebook was like, hey, would you like to turn this into a reel? I think it was some type of trial or whatever. And lo and behold, about 2 days later, I woke up with over 10,000 followers from my first posted reel. And it has been nonstop from there. Our highest video reached about 4.8 million people.
Wow.
So the wheels begin to turn. And it just lets me know how much people really need what we have, which is probably why I went through that season of pushing, why I went through that season of breaking after losing my job and through depression. Because when you are called to a large a necessity, when you become the solution for something, there's always going to be a trial before that. So I learned the hard way, but it all paid off in the end.
Amazing. So are you running any paid ads or is it all organic?
It is all organic. I actually started out after doing the free services and really pumping up. Things begin to level out, so I started running ads. Start running some Facebook ads. We did pretty good off of that.
Mhm.
I cannot say that paid ads are any worse than organic or anything like that, because that's where I started from. But you have to be able to manage that type of money. And starting out, it can be kind of expensive. We didn't have to do that long because we have one of the key points in building a successful credit repair company is knowing your target audience. And you can have 1,000 friends. You don't even need 1,000 friends. You can have 500 people that I would rather have 500 people that are interested in what I'm doing than to have 500,000 people that have no idea or no clue of what's going on with me. So you got to find your tribe. You got to know your people. That is the key.
But primarily you're getting the business on Facebook with organic is your main source.
Yes. I actually just picked up with TikTok.
Oh,
So we
cool.
just hit about 20,000 followers with TikTok.
Wow. Well, you're really good at it. You're really good on camera. And one thing I noticed, I was watching lots and lots of your videos and and checking out your site, and you're really, really good at branding. It's amazing. What are your secrets to building a credit repair brand from scratch?
So building the credit repair, brand from scratch is totally different from building the business from scratch. Building your brand is going to require you to hone in on something, a trait that you carry that you can stamp into people's life that they remember on a daily basis. Getting into the financial industry, which is what credit repair is a part of, does require a level of professionalism. However, I'm not that normal professional girl. Okay. I am from the inner city, I'm a country girl. So finding people that I can be comfortable around allows me to express my best traits, which is why you have to focus on your target audience. So, building a brand is going to require you to know the people that you're speaking to and building a place that you can be comfortable pushing your product in. You don't want to get in an arena that is making you uncomfortable or where you have to be somebody else. Any person that has really built a brand from scratch has been able to tap into their gifts, their great aspects, their great characteristics, and they've been able to comfortably bring that to the table and demolish it. So that is the key to building a great brand.
And that's what makes their brand stand out. What were the steps you took to build your brand?
You need automation. So once you're able to really get the behind the scenes taken care of and it's running smoothly, then you can begin to tap into your creative side. So for me, I spent months and months building my back office. So making sure that I can contact my customers at any time, anywhere, at any moment. That was the first step. Honing in on my CRM. That is major because you don't want to wait until you start receiving levels of expansion that you can't handle. The key to the game is setting your business up as a Fortune 500 company from day one. That means I don't care if you got two clients, you should have a running email system. They should be getting an email from you, they should be hearing from you often. You want them to remember your name. So, working in your back office is going to be the first step to really taking off to building your brand. Once you have your back office set up, you understand the software that you're using, you understand how to contact your clients. The next step is you begin to put your personal stamp on your business, and that is through marketing your business in the best way you know how. Now, some people may be introverts on here. They may say, I'm not getting in front of no camera, but maybe you have major experience and you can write out a essay that will get you a Nobel Prize. Use that, hone in on that marketing, put your stamp on it, and take that thing to the top.
Awesome. What do
Yes.
you think is the most important thing a credit repair specialist should have to expand their business?
Automation and delegation. That was actually one of my biggest mistakes. If I can give that as a nugget or a secret, one of my biggest mistakes was not delegating soon enough. And the reason why I did not delegate soon enough, although I worked months and months on my back office, there were some times I slacked that I should have been pushing and I wasn't pushing. And when things were not aligned correctly, I had no SOPs, meaning standard operating procedures. So I couldn't bring anyone to take the load off of me. So I was wearing all the hats, Daniel. I was the customer service, I was the marketer, I was the payroll, I was everything. I was everything and everywhere. So once I mastered the automation, I was able to then duplicate my processes and find people that genuinely wanted to help me. And so automation, listen, delegate. You cannot wear all the hats. You're going to lose your passion. You're going to drain yourself out. And when you are sharing this type of vital and valuable information, people are going to be pulling on you left and right. And you don't want to lose your footing. You don't want to lose your balance. And so, in order to stay grounded, you got to make sure that you have a support system of your own.
Sure. How big a team do you have today?
So, I actually have 8 virtual assistants that work for me. I have four on the front end, two that have my back, and then I have two that are major in my processing. They love our customers. That is the biggest thing, and they want to see them succeed. So yes,
That's so awesome. And it gives you more time now to be on camera and be growing the business
yes,
instead of being in the business.
yes, absolutely. It gives me more time to hone in on my creativity and my marketing.
Hmm.
Yes.
But I'm so excited to see where you're at now. And you're also one of our top Credit Hero Score affiliates. How has this
Oh
helped you to
my
grow your, yeah, how has this helped with your business?
God, that has been, man, Credit Hero has made things so much easier. It kind of feels like, everything is smoothly streamlined. I mean, it works for each other. Um, it's almost like I don't even know how I was doing it before then. I mean, you need one. If you got one, you got to have the other. It's all in house. It gives me more access to my clients' information so I can personalize their experience. It also gives me the ability to be able to, walk them through things, troubleshoot things. If they need more information, to provide them with the latest and greatest information about their credit history, their personalized reports right in house. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And it brings a new stream of revenue.
Yes. Now that, when I got my last commission, I was like, wow, I didn't even realize we were at this capacity. This is major. It's really made me tap into affiliate marketing on another level, because now it has given me a sense of, hey, you can make passive income in your sleep with this thing. So I love it. I absolutely love it. That's one of the best features of Credit Repair Class. Definitely.
Can we share what the numbers are? I know what they are. I was looking earlier. Is that okay?
I think yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you know what they are, I would love for you to share
Well,
them.
I saw you've already brought in $25,000 referring people to Credit Hero Score, but you're at almost $3,000 a month in commissions. So,
Yes.
how has that changed your life? What
Oh
did
my
that
God.
cover?
So major. It has changed my life so major. It actually gives me a sense of security, because I'm having that extra footing there. I'm having that extra stream there, and it's seamless. I mean, it's literally seamless. Everything is inbuilt. It gives the one thing that I like that it took away is they don't have to share their login credentials.
Right.
So it makes it so much easier to, I'm earning and I'm able to offer the best of everything. So that $3,000 a month has helped me to expand my marketing. It has helped me to, even establish better relationships with my employees. It gives me a ability to offer bonuses to my employees every
Wow.
month. Um, a major, major key point in my success right now.
That's so cool to hear. And by the way, we just made improvements to it that just went live this week. So now you can go in there. There are ways to make even higher commissions, and that's all new this week. So be sure to check that out. Now, we were talking about your team. What's your advice for growing and scaling a team?
Well, growing and scaling a team is going to require that you have the proper SOPs in place. Um, know your business. If you know your business, you can duplicate it time and time and time over. Another thing that kept me on the hook for so long is I always felt like, well, they can't do it like me. They're not going to be able to do it like me. But what I ended up finding out after hiring my first employee, that she was able to do it better than me. So you have to trust your training. You have to trust your opportunity to delegate, and I'm telling you, it's the best thing that I could have done for myself.
That's so very smart. Hey, with
Yes.
so many clients, what's your secret
Mhm.
to keeping them engaged and committed throughout the credit repair process?
Well, we have what's called drip campaigns.
Mhm.
So, drip campaigns are basically just emails that are automated that go out at certain specific times. So maybe you send that first couple weeks, you want to make sure that they know that you're there for them. So you may send them 10 emails within a 3 weeks time span. But as time goes over, you have a set time and say, okay, well, I'm going to stop in every week, just like you do at your friend's house. You don't want your friend to forget you. So you stop in and show your face every week, or you give them a call. So that's how you set up your drip email campaigns. Um, also my Facebook group. I
Mhm.
have a Facebook group where I can gather and talk and, have a community of people that are working with me to ask questions and things of that nature. You just don't want people to forget who you are, and that's how you keep them engaged. We got a little bit more advanced, and we use little things, little tokens that we footprints that we place in our website, so we know when people are searching particular things, so we can show them that we are interested in helping them with those things. And as you grow in automation, you'll learn more and more and more about those type of things.
I love it. And interesting
Yes.
about having a Facebook group. So your clients are in the Facebook group. Is that true?
Yes, my clients are in the Facebook group.
Oh, so they're
Mhm.
sharing their successes as well.
Yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
so smart.
Sharing their successes. Yes, and asking questions. Again, I told you I was watching, Daniel. I was watching. I picked up a lot of traits from the things that significantly helped me when you welcome me into your community.
Mhm.
That has been one of the key components to my success. Having like-minded people that may be experiencing some of the things that I was experiencing. Yes, it is my personalized journey. Yes, I am walking this thing on my own. However, regardless of the fact, sometimes we're not able to really grasp hold of success because we don't know what that looks like. So seeing other people around you being successful, or maybe we don't know how to get the answers we need because we don't know how to ask those questions. Seeing other people around you asking those questions and getting the information they need, it encourages you to do the same thing. So I wanted to give people not just all of me, my face all the time, but give them other like-minded people that are on the same journey as them as well.
Before we had our Facebook community, people would ask all the time, "Is this a scam?" And we'd go, "Well, no, it's not." But but once we had that community, I thought of it like gophers coming out of a hole and seeing other ones. I just you could see other people on their journey and the stories of what was happening to them. We have had over 50 people make $1 million and more in Credit Repair Cloud, and just to have that community, that's so cool that you have a community as well. Hey, can you share one of your most impactful success stories of a client whose life was changed through your service?
I had a young man, and he was younger, and it was shocking that that he actually came to me and asked me for help. He was going through some things with his wife. I believe their relationship, their marriage was kind of rocky at
Mhm.
that time because of financial issues and him coming from a place where he needed to transition. And he messaged me on Facebook and he said, listen, I know you know my wife, but I want to get myself together. I see what you do for people. I want to get myself together. And I said, okay, I would be more than willing to help you. Do you want to bring your wife on board? And he said, she's in a good position. I'm the one that's not so much in a good position. And so we started helping him. And we ended up having him as a client for probably about 11 months. Like he stayed with us. In that timing, he was able to, they then had their marriage was put back together, pieced back together. They came back to a common ground. He ended up getting a great, amazing job. They ended up purchasing their first home together, and they ended up having, she couldn't have kids at the time. This thing came together for them. And after they purchased their first home together, they ended up getting pregnant. They had a baby together. And that has been the amazement of it, just shows me how having your finances and having your credit where it needs to be can change the entire scope of your life, your health, your mindset, your living situation. It was he experiencing all the key components of the transition and the turnaround through one invitation to come in and to get help that he needed. And now he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars. He's on his way. He drives a nice fancy car.
And has a family.
And that has blessed me and also blessed them as well.
Sure, you really are changing lives.
Yes,
That's so
yes.
cool.
I'm excited about that.
Now, I watched some of your Facebook Lives, and in one of them, you mentioned having a personal connection with many of the issues your clients face, like dealing with child support and raising children as a single parent. How does this personal experience shape the advice and support that you offer in your business?
Because I think where we have fallen away as human beings is we have went through so many traumatic issues in our own personal life that we have just learned how to tolerate people
Hmm.
and not truly understand people. And that is something that has sculpted the relationship that I have with my clients. I understand where they are. I not that I just heard your story and all I could hear is dollar signs rolling like, oh, here's another client. No, I don't just listen to your story, but I want to become not the person that just fixes your credit, but the solution that sets you free. So me having that burden of proof on myself, I have to really dig deep.
And finally, in that video, you talked about the need for individuals, particularly women, to empower themselves financially and emotionally. So, what advice do you have for someone starting this journey of self improvement and financial independence?
Accountability is the name of the game. There are many times we often look outward at our problems and we see all of the things that could have led us up to that point. But the minute the change begins is when you start to look inward, because 95% of the issue is right there in the brink of your decisions. Sometimes in the way that you think about yourself, in the way that you perceive issues, even solutions. And I will say this, some people are just scared of success all around. So if you look in yourself and you figure out what is keeping you from being exactly who you want to be, then I believe, you'll be able to say, you know what, I messed up, but I'm going to turn it around. And this is the route that I'm going to take so I never have to mess up again. So, again, accountability is the name of the game.
I love it. You are so wise. And
Thank
I can see
you.
why you have so many followers. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Daniel.
now back to the topic of the show. Let's talk about some credit secrets. Of all the credit repair strategies that you've learned, which one do you think was the biggest game changer?
The biggest game changer is moving from a place of validation and moving to a place of factual disputing. Don't allow people to just do anything to you. Sometimes my people fail for the lack of knowledge, right? So validating a account, some of those accounts you well enough have made, you may have used those funds and you just fell in a bad place. Well, arguing back and forth whether that's your account or not is not going to get you into a place where you can remove those things from your credit. But if you use the laws that support accountability, then you're able to fight fire with fire.
Gotcha.
So One of the biggest secrets is FCRA 623. That thing is major and it's powerful when it comes to the continuous reporting of negative or continuous reporting of improper, inappropriate, or untrue things on your credit report
Or outdated.
or outdated.
Yeah.
Yes, major, major, major key point.
What are a couple key strategies that have been most effective for you for disputing items?
Put myself in the place of the client, because when you are disputing on behalf of a client, you are then becoming their advocate. So, how would they approach this situation? Now, some people say, you should approach one or two items at a time or deal with one or two items at a time. I would probably approach all of these at one time, bring all of my issues to the credit bureaus and say, hey, this is wrong on these specific accounts, and get it all in one response. So that way we can begin to have a intellectual conversation about everything that's wrong, not bring something up and then come back later. So disputing everything at one time has been major for us. It's been major. It's been a key point. It's been a game changer for us.
That's really good to know. In the
Yes.
past, they used to send a letter if you disputed too many things. They used to send a letter that these disputes are frivolous, like if you just
Mhm.
disputed everything on the report. Are you seeing that letter these days?
Yes, that letter has started popping back out. We have counteracted that letter through basic communication. So when that letter comes out, immediately we contact our consumer. Well, most of the time, the client will contact us, and we have a whole process where they can submit that letter right on our website. And once they contact us, we issue the next steps, and that is call them. Call them. This is not fake. This is not frivolous. This is serious. And you have made mistakes on my credit report, and I want those mistakes addressed. So basic communication can, really remove that frivolous thought right on out the door.
That's awesome. What do you do about that other stall letter that comes that says, in fact, I think it's TransUnion sending this the most, that says,
Mhm.
we think someone other than you has sent this, or a third party. How do you deal with those other kinds of stall letters?
So first and foremost, CRC provides a frivolous dispute right in the system.
Hmm.
So that's boom, we got that out the way. So that's the first thing we do. We send out that frivolous response, so they understand that this is serious. And then we also combat with that basic communication. We have that client call them and let them know that, hey, what do you need me to submit? I submitted my ID already. I submitted my proof of address already. What else is it that you would need me to do? And at that point, if we're still not getting what we need, then of course we use those laws and we go all the way up to the CFPB with that complaint if we're not receiving what we need, because this is not frivolous, it's serious.
Sure. And do you tell your clients ahead of time they're probably going to get these letters and it's all part of the plan?
Yes, it's a part of our welcome aboard email. We have an entire little center that we send our clients to as soon as we onboard them. So it gives them the opportunity to see, instances that could take place, examples of things that will happen. We give them a sample letter right on the website that shows them what that letter will look like, and then we explain it in a video.
What's a common misconception people have about credit repair that you wish you could correct?
That it's an overnight fix. That is the biggest thing. This is a journey. When you are embarking on your finances, you have to look at, this is what feeds your family. This is what is going to scope the knowledge of your children, your generation, your seeds, understanding this. So you cannot fix something overnight. This is something that is going to take consistency, accountability, and then also just to kind of subhead that, this is not a one-way street. It requires effort from both parties. This is a account. When you sign up for my membership, this is not bringing you on board to see me do all the blood, the sweat and blood, and putting all the sweat and blood into this thing. This is an accountability partnership where you and I are going to work together to not only fix what's on paper, but to fix what's in your mindset.
I love it. I love it. What's one piece of advice that you'd give someone who wants to start their own credit repair business?
First of all, do it and make sure whatever you do it with Daniel Rosen. That's first and foremost. But if you want to start your own credit repair business, make sure it's for the right reason. This is not a skill of training and technical knowledge. This is a success that comes from compassion, and it comes from an inner desire to really see people win. So just make sure your motives are right. That is the major key. Make sure you're going into this with the understanding that you have people lives and their finances in your head. So it's major.
That's really good advice. Hey, on your site, I saw you sell a lot of info products of your own and courses. I saw you're teaching credit repair and business credit and a whole bunch of other things. It definitely brands you as the expert. Has this helped your business?
Absolutely, absolutely. People won't tell you, share all the information. Don't short stop. Because if you give a piece of the information and you leave someone on a hook, you're giving and leaving room for people to go out and find answers elsewhere. But if you make sure that you give people valuable information, all of it, not a piece, all of it, then they're going to trust your word next time over someone else's. And this is how you build relationship. This is how you build brand. And this is how you really, really master your CRM, master your customer relationship.
I love it. Okay, I want to switch gears now, and
Mhm.
I'm going to ask you a few rapid questions and answer
Okay.
with the first word or phrase that pops into your head, okay?
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay.
What is your business superpower?
My business superpower is the ability to offer the client hospitality and compassion on top of life changing processes that help their finances.
Awesome. What's your business kryptonite, which is the area that you had to work the hardest to improve?
Doubting our capabilities to receive a massive amount of clients. And you cannot question yourselves when you have a lot of people that are really seeking what you have. You have to keep your systems up to date. You have to continuously work. You cannot take a day off as far as your systems. You have to have people in place that are continuously advancing your systems. Because if you don't, then of course you're not going to feel like you have the capability to take in massive amounts of clients.
Sure. What does business ownership mean to you?
Business ownership gives me a sense of independency. It gives me the ability to be the mom that I want to be to my kids. It gives me the ability to be the creative extrovert that I love to be. Business ownership gives me the ability to just have my own, Daniel. Just have my own. So it's major for me.
I love it. What drives and motivates you?
What drives and motivates me is the ability to give my children a better life than I had. And not only that, to not only just be able to reach my children, but to be able to help others give their children better lives as well.
What's your definition of success?
My definition of success is accomplishing and reaching my own set goals. Again, I've fought and won many battles, but the war I have yet to win is the war against myself. So someone else's, height may not be what I see for myself, but just those daily goals that I set for me, if I can accomplish those, I have won.
Awesome. If you could go back in time and tell yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
I can have any and everything that I put my mind to. It's there for me. It's there for the taking. I have what it takes to receive success. I have what it takes to receive millions, hundreds of thousands, whatever it is. I have what it takes. I have the capacity to receive all of the good things that is coming my way.
Amen to that. Hey, do you have any
Yes.
other advice for someone just starting out with a credit repair business?
Yes, absolutely. One major thing is make your own way. In this industry and in any industry, there's this clicky thing that goes on. You get in these different tribes and troops, and you try to be like this person. You try to trade, act like that person, do this person. Do your own thing. Do what makes you happy. And that is going to set you apart and consecrate you and move you apart from everything and everyone in your life. Now, it's okay to take good advice, constructive criticism, but at the end of the day, you have to trust your inner thoughts, your inner will.
Sure, and there's only one you. So
Yes, yes.
what's next for you? What's the next big goal?
Oh my. So my goal is to, of course, continue to maximize and to grow and expand our company. Of course, we want the informed consultant to be mentioned in every home in America, right? But for, as a personal goal for myself, I want to, possibly begin to allow my voice to impact millions of people around the world, even on a larger scale. So, I'm endeavoring in a little bit of motivational speaking and, just kind of tapping into some of the things that I believe in for myself. And hopefully one day, maybe you might see me on Good Morning America one day. You never know.
I can see that. And how can our
Yes, yes.
listeners find your products and how can they reach out to you?
So, if you would like to follow me personally and get more information about my business, you can always go on to Facebook. My name is Patrice English. You'll see me with my big red pretty dress on. And you can also search me on TikTok. My TikTok handle is I am Patrice English. And I just created an Instagram a few months ago as well. And if you can't find me on any of those other handles, then you can find me at I am Patrice English right on Instagram as well.
Awesome. And should we give your website address?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Informedconsultant.com. Make sure you stop by. There's so many great opportunities right there on that platform.
And we're going to put the link in the show notes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time, Patrice. You're amazing. This was a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
Yes, this was great. This was great. I've been super nervous all week about this, but this was awesome. And I'm so honored to even have had this opportunity. Thank you, Daniel.
Oh, I'm the one who's honored, and this is going to inspire a lot of people. So thank you so much. And for everyone out there, if you're finding value in the things we share on this podcast, click below to subscribe and follow. Also, give us a 5-star review or share the show and help us to change more lives. If you have a question or a comment, drop it down below because I read each and every one of them. I would love to hear from you, and I'll respond as soon as I can. And if you want to get inspired by other successful credit heroes, check out my podcast with mom and mogul Nicole Cavone. And if you'd like to get certified in disputing and gain confidence and grow your very own credit repair business, check out our Credit Hero Challenge. Doors are closing soon, so sign up right now at creditherochallenge.com and keep changing lives.